Hello, this is Paulet Downey, and I'm back again with a skincare minute. The last segment that I had on caring for eyes, the whole eye area, there were a few things that I forgot to mention. And normally I would let these go, like if there were small little things that I forgot to mention. But because of the importance of these things that I forgot to mention, I have to come back on here and actually talk about them. So actually, there are three things, two which I find really, really important. One, I could have slipped by if that were the only thing that I had forgotten. In all honesty, I would have let it go. So I'm going to mention that one first. And when caring for the eyes, and when I was talking about removing eye makeup remover from the eye area, I forgot to mention facial wipes. So facial wipes, also depending on the type of facial wipe, I prefer, like personally, and this is just my preference. I find the ones that are more like micellar type of wipe, like I find it to remove, or I find them to remove makeup from the eye area better than the ones that are oil based and that have like more um, moisturizers in the wipes. I find the ones that have micellar water in the wipes to be more effective. I find it to be more gentle on the eyes, as well as I find it more effective with actually removing the eye makeup from the area, as well as the mascara. And of course, like I said, depending on what type of mascara, it doesn't even have to be waterproof. Waterproof, of course, is the most difficult eye makeup remover, or most difficult of all, like of makeup for the eye area to remove. Also, when you're talking about waterproof liner, that can also pose a bit of difficulty in removing as well. You're going to need something that is a product that will remove product like eye makeup or liquid. How can I put it? Waterproof makeup, like waterproof mascara, waterproof liner. So you will need to find something that is more strong in ingredients and something that is more devoted to removing waterproof makeup. So mascara being the most difficult by far, but also there are liners out there, liquid liners, as well as pencil liners and gel liners as well that are waterproof. And if you are going to use a eye makeup remover, you are going to need something that keeps in mind waterproof. So with the wipes, some of them are not geared to removing waterproof mascara, liner, be it gel, pencil, or liquid. Some of them, they're just, geared towards removing just regular makeup. So, like I said, micellar, the wipes, facial wipes that have micellar water in them, I tend to find to be the most effective out of all of the other wipes that are on the market when removing any kind of makeup from the eye area. Of course, like I said, and of course you want to remove it gently, and I'm going to talk about that. Actually, I'm going to go into that one right now. So when we are removing makeup from the eye area, that's another thing, and that's one of the key things that I forgot to mention is when removing any kind of makeup from the eye area, what we want to do, of course, is we want to do almost like, so on the right side, we're going to do clockwise. On the left side, we're going to do counterclockwise. The reason why we are going to do that is because we do not want to tug around this area. We're trying to keep the skin from aging prematurely. And one of the best ways to do that is by not tugging on the skin and pulling outward. By pulling outward, then that is going to help cause premature aging around the eye area. So by doing it clockwise on the right side, counterclockwise on the left side, then you are going to help keep the eye area intact from aging, for creating lines and actually creating glycation and loosening of the skin around the eye area. Because by the more tugging, then the more looser the area becomes, and then that causes the drooping and the sagging around the eye areas. So we want to avoid that. So that's why when removing eye makeup, we want to always do it for both going outward to the corners of the eye, then inward, and then to where the ducts are here. So that's how we want to cleanse. When we are removing mascara from our lashes, of course, first, what we really want to do is we want to break down the product, the mascara that is on our lashes. So break it down, making it nice and soft, so that whatever we are removing the mascara with, whatever kind of, is it a cotton pad? In most cases, it's going to be, or a wipe, that after the product is broken down, then it smoothly glides off of the lashes. And of course, when we also apply a mascara under, so on top, and then as well as under the lash as well. So then we're going to use a cotton pad to gently remove the mascara from under the lashes where we applied mascara. So under as well as on top, so that all of the mascara is removed nice and gently without pulling out any of the lashes. So that's how we want to care for the. That's how we want to care for the eye area when we are removing makeup from it. So then after we use makeup remover to remove eye makeup from the eye area, then of course we're going to do a double cleanse. And with a double cleanse, we are going to use a cleanser to remove any kind of excess product as well. Product both being eye makeup remover as well as any excess makeup that was not removed from our eyes when we did our first our first attempt at removing makeup from the eyes. So we want to just remove any kind of excess oil, any kind of product, anything that we did not get the first time. Then of course we're going to double cleanse. And again, we're going to take into consideration about how we cleanse the eye area, going from in the corners to the duct area, all under the brows, and then of course to the corners, and then of course we're going to go under again to the duct area to remove all any kind of residue or leftover products that we didn't get in our first attempt when we were removing eye makeup from our eyes. And now, so that was actually the second. Thing that I felt very important that I didn't mention, and I wanted to mention basically how we remove makeup from the eyes. So finally, when applying when applying products like eye cream on the eye area. So this one, there is a lot out there on how to apply makeup on the eye area. So I will talk about what a lot of my customers have shared with me. And so I had a lot of customers come in, complain about, their eye area and, how dry it is and, like dehydrated and how aged it is. And basically what they were told is that when applying when applying eye cream around the eye area to avoid applying it directly under the eye. So they were always told to apply it on the orbital bone area under the eye. And that's orbital bone under the eye, orbital bone under the eyebrow. So that's how so many people have been educated as to how to apply eye cream onto the eye area. And the reason why they've been educated with this is because they've been told that what will happen is once you apply it, you only need to apply it on the orbital bone area, and the product will migrate to all the other areas. So you don't have to worry. All of the product will then migrate to all the areas under the eye, caring for the eyes. Your eyes are fine. This is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. And the customers, like, I mean, the state of their eyes, like when they would come in to see me, and the state of these poor customers' eyes as a result of listening to this is something that has gone on in the esthetician community for years. This is something that many estheticians have been telling their clients, that you are not to apply eye makeup or eye cream on any other part of the eye except the orbital bone. So then they come in, and the customers that I've seen that have come in, all under the eyes, all under the lids, dry, completely and totally dry. And I mean, like, the customers have noticed this and they're complaining about it because they're saying, like, my eyes are not being cared for, and they don't notice any kind of product migrating anywhere else on the face. And of course, when you apply it on the orbital bone area, and it goes into the deeper levels of the epidermis, it is migrating, but underneath. Like, nothing is going on the outer surface of the skin. It may get to parts underneath the layers, but nothing is going on the surface of the skin where it is most needed in order to help minimize lines, minimize wrinkles, and help to starve off future aging around the eye area for a longer period. So it's not doing anything to help remedy the outer skin layers of the skin around the eye area. It's not doing that. So like I said, this is rubbish. There are some companies, there are quite a few companies, depending on what type of eye cream you are putting on the eyes. They will say that because they don't want any lawsuits. So that's why they will stipulate, like with certain eye creams, especially when we're talking about anything that has to do with retinoids, that they will, stipulate, do not put it on the eyelids, just put it on the orbital bone area. So there are certain creams, depending on the active ingredients that are in the eye creams, they will tell you, to avoid putting it on the lid and avoid putting it directly under the eye area. And so you have to use your judgment in that. For me personally, I put all my eye creams where they're needed. So if I buy an eye cream, I put it on my eyelid, I put it under my eye, just under my eyebrow, the orbital bone area, as well as under the just directly under the eye area. For the retinoid ones, the ones that have certain active ingredients that could, like cause any kind of harm to the eyes, yes, I would definitely avoid putting it on the eyelid area if that's what the company is saying. Definitely do avoid that, but there are many eye creams out there where the companies say that you can put it on the eyelid, put it under the eye, and there's nothing wrong. Like for most eye creams, you can actually put it directly under the eye area. With the eyelid, it does depend on which eye cream you are putting on and what the brand stipulates as to the application of the product. But I found that if I don't put anything on my eyelids or if I don't put anything under the eye area, then my eyes are not going to be treated for the concerns. It's not for the concerns that I want it to be treated for. So this, like I said, this is rubbish. It is okay for you to put eye cream under the eyes as well as on the eyelid. In fact, your eyes need the eye area needs cream on these areas is simply because they're so dry. Another reason why in the like in the medical skincare therapists or estheticians, why in this community this has been said so much is because of the amelia or the protein rocks or the milk stones, whatever you want to call them, that may result from you applying eye cream under the eye area or on the eyelid. So there is a possibility of that. These can be easily removed by a dermatologist or by an esthetician. So you don't have to worry too much about that. They can be removed. But if you are trying to starve off aging around the eyes, you do need to apply something under the eye area as well as on the eyelid. So it's important for you to look for products that stipulate that it is okay for you to do so. Like I said, there are some, like with retinoids, with certain active ingredients where the companies will caution you not to put the product on the eyelid. And like just listen to what they're saying, especially when we're talking about those types of active ingredients, because we don't want any kind of harm coming to the eye itself. But there are products out there that you can actually put on the eyelid and under the eye. There are many eye care creams out there on the market that you can do that. So there's no problem in you actually putting it under the eye and on the lids, like basically within the orbital bone area of the eyes. So do take care of that area. Do make sure to find an eye cream that allows you to apply the product on all areas of the eye. Maybe what also you could do is say if you are looking for, you need an eye cream that has a retinol in it, possibly just apply it where the brand is telling you to apply it. Then get another eye cream that allows you to apply it in the areas that your eye cream with retinoid stipulates not apply that particular product. So get another, get two, get three. There's nothing wrong with having a few. And in fact, we should have a few eye creams on hand for, like depending on the day, night you want something a little more emollient, a little more rich, something that is actually going to help with the repair and with the protection of the eye. Also, depending on the age, you may want something for hydration, pigmentation to brighten the eye area. So many different types of eye creams that are out there on the market. But it is important that you do apply, find an eye cream that you apply both within the orbital areas, both beneath the eyes as well as above the eyes, or on the eyelids below the brow area. So that's these are the things that I forgot to mention, and which are very important for you to know when caring for the eyes. And that's all I have to say for a skincare minute. And until next time, take care.